All right, here we go. Here's the money shot. You ready for this?
So again, I want you to know I am a sound mind and body. And again, I am not capable of murdering anybody or hurting anyone. I've never called anyone pedophiles.
Wrong, Clovis.
Although I am be called one. And now there's a target on my back. I got this from a very good source.
But good try, Clovis. Keep buttering up
up.
with your
You
fucking
women need to shut up
son.
about him.
See, he's innocent, just like Angela G. Oh, Predward's such a wonderful guy.
Edward's
He's
not
a great
what you
guy.
guys are thinking
He's
he
a
is.
wonderful father.
Because
Please.
you can't back him because there's too much
The
against
bees
him.
are going to come out and everything's going
Well,
to let out of the
I
bag.
don't think he really needs you to back him. He's got a lot of people backing him. Anybody want to slander his name? I'll give him the money to get an attorney for your ass. And I got it.
That's the same narrative that, oh,
Just call me a
Edward,
trust fund baby.
oh, I can't even attack it, Edward. Why would you attack Edward? You got the hypocrite fool. Edward's a great guy. Yeah, it comes out of that fucking horse mouth.
Wrapped up and forget, but because Edward's such a piece of shit, but this is a real woman, and she's raising a little girl. She
Angela
is
G
raising a
would fucking steal fucking butter up and bleed Predward. If she saw a fucking rap sheet that said 12 charges, a CP, and 20 of that. Oh no! Edward, look at her stairs, a great guy. He's so humble. He's so wonderful. I love him. Yeah, just like the same fucking bullshit that Blonde Jumper said. I love you, Ed. Love you too. Yeah, fuck
to
yeah.
hear what he's done from her
It's like the
mouth
fucking
directly,
cat
not from
lady.
Vic or
That
Katie
Predward.
or
Oh, I love you.
Kat or Tommy.
Yeah, he loves her.
I want you to listen to Edward's ex-wife and hear her story. Let's give her a call. Hold on.
But don't you start TikTok? No, that's a bad idea. That should never be on fucking TikTok. He's a fucking ox. Popopovido, that's what he is.
Hey, Lisa. This is I go by as a good guy, but you and I have been talking today. It's nice to hear your voice. How's it going?
Alrighty.
Yeah. So, I'm sure it's kind of weird you're getting contacted by people who know your ex-husband. But he's left quite an impression on people, and I was hoping that we have Vic on the phone too. I know you spoke to him before. We were hoping that we could, and that I told you that there's people that are giving your ex-husband a lot of money, and we kind of talked about where that was going and where it wasn't going. And I was hoping that those people could hear at least some excerpts from you, like in your own words and your voice, about Edward and who they're giving all this money to. Would that be okay if we recorded some excerpts from this call and you could tell us what you're willing to share or not share with us?
Sure.
I appreciate that. So some of this, like we spoke about earlier, so it might be repetitive, but like I said, I want the people that are giving him money to hear it. So you and Ed, you have one kid together, right? One little girl?
We have two,
Oh,
actually.
you have two? Oh.
My 9-year-old and my 6-year-old. My 6-year-old is down.
Oh, okay. Okay, and they're both Edward's children?
Yes.
Okay. And so, did you know that Edward was receiving money from strangers in the internet, like sometimes up to thousands of dollars?
No, I did not know. I had a feeling he was doing something shady, though, because, haven't seen a cent, but I know he has to be surviving somehow. One of those kind of things.
Yeah, you said he has what?
It was one of those kind of things, like I knew he had to be doing something shady behind the scenes to get around the Attorney General.
Right, because there's no wages to garnish, you mean? Like to get your child support?
Yes.
Yeah. So
2018. And I finally got the child support in 2019 after they had to threaten her twice.
Yeah.
And I didn't, I'm not one of those that, take all your money and run. I was more proper about it and took, from the court hearing. And it was like the first month, it was like they pulled $300 out of each of his checks, and he was making $2,100. So, losing $300, that's nothing really.
Right. Well, any man should want to support his kids. I barely spend any money on myself for my kids and family, right? That's why I work. Sorry to hear that. And, hopefully knowing about some of this money that he's getting now, hopefully that can somehow get you and your kids some of that child support that hasn't been coming in. I know it's hard because it's done through, like I said, Cash App. And, who knows how else they're giving him money. I don't know if you're aware, but he was getting hundreds of dollars in prison, in jail. Did you know he was in jail recently?
My aunt actually let my mother know, and then they told me.
Vic said, please share this
Bring him back in for drugs.
Vic, I'm sure it's out right now.
Yeah, well, it was drugs, but the way they found the drugs, I think you said you knew it from the papers, but, they raided the house that he was staying in with his mother and Richard for child pornography.
Oh, what's wrong?
Is Richard the type to have child pornography or make child pornography?
Well, when Edward was normal,
Right.
not around the drugs or anything like that, he didn't trust Richard around the girls. It was like always one of us was with them, period.
Okay.
So it was one of those,
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I'm glad they weren't alone. So does Edward buy either of your daughters like Christmas or birthday gifts?
Steve Hole.
Yeah, it was around 19, right after the child support stuff happened.
I got co-workers.
And the last time I know for sure that he'd seen the kids
19.
was over at my mom's house. Because he'd went over there for
I like to clap them fucking cheeks.
Christmas. Because I was staying at home with grandmother, who was slowly getting into Alzheimer's at that time.
Right.
I want to obliterate clap those cheeks.
The last time you saw either of his kids was right?
Wow, buddy mama. You talk about fucking an unreached little girl. You want to clap them cheeks and split those lips? You are definitely
Yeah, I mean, he had no interaction with them or anything like that. So it was like after that, it's one of those, I gave him 3.5 months to fix himself. I said, I've been over backwards for you, trying to fix yourself up, trying to make things better, and, you're not putting forth any effort. I mean, it's your turn. I gave him 3.5 months, he didn't try anything, didn't contact me, didn't try to see the kids. Nothing, so I said I'm done.
That's really sad. I'm sorry that you and your family are going through that. Nobody should do that to no father or mother should do that to their family. I'm sorry. So if, that's how Edward treats his family. He tells the people that are giving him this money. So somebody actually requested and got copies of his calls while he was in jail. And he was calling the people that were giving him money, and he actually would tell them that he loves them. What would you tell those people that he's telling that he loves them? Do you think he loves them?
I don't believe that. Because it wasn't a little bit into the marriage that I realized that there was manipulations going on. Like, if I was talking about something I liked that he didn't, he'd either give me a look or say something, and I'd clam up. And, you know, he would manipulate things.
Right. So
He would manipulate the situation into I was the bad one.
So how, so you have a 9-year-old, so Edward and you were parenting together in the same house for 4 years to the 9-year-old, am I right timeline-wise, or how long were you guys?
Let me see. We got married in 2012. My oldest daughter was 1, and she's from a previous marriage. And then we got pregnant with Gabrielle in 2013 into 14. And then we were there up until she was about, roughly 4 or 5, because Sophia was about 1 and still working on walking in her walker. And when he come to visit and she was in her walker, she tried to run away from him, tried to get away from him as far as she could.
So when you guys were all like living together those few years, how was Edward as a father, like when he was actually around the kids? Sometimes
he would play with them, you know, some and stuff like that. But as far as the main person that took care of them and, you know, was there for them when I wasn't working or when I was off, it was one of those, it was me and my family that pretty much well raised him, because he was too busy with his work.
With his work? What was he working for back then?
He was working at Walmart.
Okay. And does he still work at Walmart, or?
Oh, no. As soon as the child support stuff started, he started showing up whenever he wanted to, making his own personalized schedule, or not showing up at all, and obviously because of that, they terminated him. I'm fairly sure he did it on purpose.
Right, to get unemployment.
So he thought he was going to get unemployment and get
Right. Well, that sounds like Edward, and I don't even know him that well. But, so, are you aware, like, I mean, you must have seen in that newspaper, you know, he was cooking and using methamphetamine. Was he doing that when y'all were together, or did that happen and that's when you told him he had a few months to clean it up or whatever, and that's what ended it?
Well, it was 2020, and this was after me and him separated. When me and him were together, I told him straight out, there will not be any kind of drugs in this house, and if you're going to do that crap, you can do it somewhere else far away from me. I want nothing to do with it. Because I've never done any kind of drug anything. The worst I do is smoke cigarettes and maybe have a drink, a beer or something like that, after the kids go to sleep.
Right. So what
I'm just straight-laced.
Yeah, no, I mean, I used to smoke for 18 years. I wish I could still have a cigarette every now and then, but that is something I gave up when I had kids. And so historically, does he use drugs?
Back when he was younger and still in Massachusetts, they used to do drugs and stuff like that. And then when he came down here, went to high school and then went to work at Walmart, he was, you know, trying to clean up, trying to get away from that stuff, you know, wanted to start a family, and, you know, along those lines.
So you've known Edward for a long time, right?
Yes, I've known him since 2010. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I didn't know how far back you guys knew each other. Okay. I mean, so, you know, I told you we're part of a group of people that support you said Richard was a little weird, or, you know, it's weird that he had that CP investigation, and as we understand, it's still open.
Well, with Edward, back when he was a small child, a family friend raised him and everything, so, you know, he was a big advocate against the whole, you know, child predator stuff, you know, like, leave the kids alone kind of thing.
Okay, yeah, I think he told that story once. Something like that. Right. Okay. And you know, I was gonna ask. There's a few people in the community that I'd love to kind of just hear. You know, kind of tell me something about. So there's one, for example. He goes by an online handle of Dank Sinatra, like Warbot. It's a weird guy, but he really supports your husband. He's very loyal to him. And he gave him at least like $100 or more dollars while he was in jail. Right? I mean, $100 what could that cover for your girls? That could probably pay for their school supplies. No, I mean,
that could pay for the school supplies.
Yeah. So he gave it to Edward, so Edward can make some phone calls. Unfortunately, so that's one of the people that I challenge to perhaps maybe support, you know, Edward's family instead of supporting his drug habit and his jail calls. There's another one, his name, he goes by Sam. He's given Edward quite a lot of money. He's actually even flown Edward out to Florida and put him up for a weekend as well. And I challenged him the other day because I asked him why he gives Edward money, and he didn't really have a reason. He eventually said, "Oh, because Edward's his friend." And I asked him to pledge that the money he's been giving to Edward, he started a nonprofit. I told him, can he divert the money and put it into his nonprofit? Well, he's another one I would want to challenge and tell him to kind of maybe support Edward's families and putting that money, you know, into his drug habit and such. And then, you know, the last is she goes by Blonde Java or something. Her name's Kathy. I don't know what her deal is. She's whatever, but she's giving the most money, as I understand, to Edward. Edward tells her on the phone calls that he loves her and stuff like that. You know, is there anything you would want to say to these people that are just giving Edward all his money that's not going to support his family?
That he does manipulate. He will do it for his own gain. I should know. There's been many times that I've had to survive off the smallest thing Sammy calls me to go out and eat at a high-class restaurant with his coworkers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that, you know, financially he hasn't been here for us. And doing it on my own with the help of my mom and my grandmother. And that, you know, when the money runs out and there's nothing interesting about it anymore, he'll drop you like a bad habit.
And I don't know, you know, it's up to you if you want to share any of it, but, you know, what's maybe the worst thing that Edward's ever done to you?
To me personally, or me and family in general?
I guess both, you know, I mean, both, why not?
The worst he's done to the family is he's taken their father away. And one of those, I can't really forgive him for that one. I can forgive him for the verbal, emotional, and psychological abuse. I can forgive him for the rape, but I can't forgive him for just abandoning us in the fragile situation we were already in with my grandmother, slowly deteriorating from Alzheimer's. and me having a whole 4 acres to take care of and 3 houses to deal with.
Yeah, again, I'm really sorry. It certainly, it's different hearing it from you. Before, one thing I told people was we kind of get caught up because it's the internet, and to be honest with you, I think some people, the group's really divided. Some people really dislike Edward, and some people really support him. And I think because there's such a conflict, that people forget that he has a real family, and you're a real person, and we thought he only had 1 daughter, now we hear he has 2, which is, it's really upsetting, and it's important, that it's really different hearing it from you, because for a long time now, it's kind of almost been fake, it's hard to explain. It's very real hearing it from you, and you had mentioned the rape. Was that when you guys were married, Edward raped you, or?
We were married at the time. I didn't know there was such a thing as marital rape until after I went and talked to the counselor at Safe House. And told her that he had told me that it was punishment for me talking to my childhood best friend, who was male.
I'm really sorry that
he's extremely jealous.
That's awful. That's really awful. Sorry. Well, I really appreciate you opening up, and seriously, everything I told you, I meant it, and I will follow up, and I do mean that. If you, just so you know, if you ever wanted to, and I told you this community is a little weird, so probably best you stay out of it, but if you ever wanted to talk to the community, I know they would love to hear from you. That being said, don't let anybody know your personal details. I know that Vic is going to keep them secret. I'm going to keep them secret. In fact, I know Vic's on. I don't know if he hears us, but I want to make sure he blacks out all the names and stuff. But really, I know it's a lot to open up, and like I said, it really made everything more real. And I am sorry that you guys had to deal with that, and whatever I can do, I told you I'm going to do, and I need that.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Hey, Vic, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
I'm still here. Oh. Sorry, Vic.
Yeah, I don't know if you recognize his voice. He has a pretty distinctive voice. So, Vic, was there anything that you wanted to add to the conversation? I know you might have some questions.
Well, I do, but, I just wanted Lisa to know that when I first talked to you, I did make a video, but, but I deleted it because I felt that it would be wrong to put it out without letting you know. And I did try to reach back out to you, and I didn't want to harass you or anything, so that's why, I deleted it. But you did say one thing when your child was in a hospital, and Edwards, came up there not that many times. And I wanted to, know that, how many times did he come to visit, and how serious your child's health was at the time. I felt that he more or less turned his back on your child.
He did, because I don't think at his age at that time he understood, how it was. Or how it was having to deal with a child with special needs.
Right.
And we I had her, and then he left to go get his mom, and my mom went to take my oldest daughter and Gabby back home because, hospital. And me her staying up there all that time. And then the pediatrician came in and said we have crackling in her lungs. I want to send her to the Women's Hospital in Houston. So I said, okay. So I got to hold her one last time before they put her in the capsule to have her airlifted to the Women's Hospital. I texted Edward, let him know. And he said, okay, well, I'm tired. I'm going to stay at the house and, rest, because it was one of those long night kind of things. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I was left alone to my own devices in that hospital room, because I couldn't leave until the next day. And that killed me. But in the 2 month span, it's one of those, he maybe went 5 or 6 times. And me, I was either having a family member, a friend, or even the Medicaid transport service take me down to see her as much as I could.
Right.
And it was one of those, they were trying to get the heart rate and breathing under control. She had a feeding tube in her nostril. Sometimes they have to switch down to her mouth because she only has one open active nostril. They did have to put an IV in her head for fluids also. And she'd just lay there. She was just so still, quiet thing, wouldn't cry when she was hungry or anything. But you could always tell when something was up because she'd just get real scared, just go to sleep. And then all of a sudden her monitor would go off. Her heart rate would plummet down to the low 20s. Her breathing would follow. And everything. And when she finally did come home, but she only stayed a total of 1 night at the house because he was still staying over at his mother's at that time, helping his mother because father just passed away. Supposedly that was the excuse. And she came home with a heart monitor. And every time it would go off, I'd be the one getting up. I'd be the one checking on her. Everything like that. Most of the time it was that she moved wrong and set it off. Eventually, after about a week or so, the doctor took it off. But he was only here maybe a total of 1 or 2 nights. Slept right through the alarm going off.
Lisa, it sounds like, everything you told me, you're a very strong person, and I can't even say I relate, because I've never had to go through the things you've had to go through. So, again, that's strong, and I know there's a good amount of people that do support you. Sorry to hear he put you through all that, and didn't really support you at all. It's really unfortunate.
Well, it's funny that he was trying to get me to move away or tear away from my family and stuff like that too.
Well, that's usually a tactic to control. But
there for a while he did have some sort of control because of the fact that I was here with kids, especially. I was here taking care of my grandmother. She was in her 80s. She didn't want to stay by herself. And if she fell, that was it. Kind of thing. And that scared the tar out of me, honestly. And it's like the only place I would go maybe to the grocery store.
yeah.
So it's one of those, he had that control over me. And I was isolated because I didn't know which friends in our friend group I could trust. So it's one of those, I was scared to reach out. I was scared to talk to anyone. And then finally I broke down and I started talking to people.
Is there any, was there any custody agreement that was put in place, or is it just he could care less? The only thing that mattered was getting a child support agreement in place. Like, he wouldn't want to even see the kids anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Well, it's one of those, originally I tried multiple times to get him there so we could get it sorted out in a way that would work for both of us, you know, money-wise, with the child support and, you know, raising the kids and all of that. And he just never showed. So I got it set up to where, you know, he could come visit him out here and everything. He just never did. Never called to say, hey, I want to come see the kids. Nothing.
Yeah. When's the last time he even called to check in on his own kids?
I think the last time he had called me was, I want to say it was around, it was in 2019.
Wow. So he doesn't even know what his kids look like or anything?
He doesn't know what they look like, what they act like, what they sound like.
Doesn't even know
any.
what the TV shows they watch or what toys they like, and nothing.
No, he doesn't know their medical issues. That was another thing I noticed he was doing at the store, at Walmart, because I used to work there too, so I have friends there still.
Yeah.
And, you know, they'd ask about if he was in the hospital, or they'd ask about the kids, and he'd say, oh, they're fine, they're wonderful. They didn't know the truth.
Do they ever ask about him?
On occasion, for the ones that, you know, didn't see the newspaper or anything, didn't know about it, they'll ask him how he is, and I'm like, I have no clue.
I mean your kids.
Oh, about kids?
Do the kids ever ask about Edward?
No. He could care less. Doesn't really speak. I guess you could say. It's one of those, she can articulate things, but she doesn't really fully speak out the sentences.
Okay. Gotcha.
But she doesn't even know him and doesn't remember him or slowly forgotten what he looks like and everything. My oldest daughter, on the other hand, she knows what he looks like.
Oh yeah, was she 13 or?
She's 12.
She's 12. She's from a previous marriage, right?
Yes, she's very angry at him over the fact that back when me and him first got together, everything he said, you know, let's keep it hush-hush about her dad, everything like that. Like me and her father, her biological father, you know, we split up on good terms and everything. And I had no problems with, you know, him or his family coming to say hi and stuff like that. I had no problems with it. But he insisted that, you know, she didn't know. And when she got older, especially around the time when we started having issues, he had popped off in front of her multiple times that she's not mine.
That she's not yours?
Well, not to me, or he would say she's not mine. In front of her.
Like she's not your daughter. He would say she's not his child. Wow. Okay.
Yes, in front of her, and he's all she's known since she was like 1.
That's disgusting. That is ridiculous.
And, you know,
sad.
Finally, after the official, he's gone out of the picture, that sort of thing, I finally broke down and told her. And she's actually got to meet and talk to her father finally, because he's not here trying to control every little thing.
Oh, Edward flushed your father out of the picture entirely. That is, wow.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like I said, I appreciate you giving us your time but
Yeah, sometime.
yeah, I was gonna say or dinner. I don't know. My family all ate already, but they're early birds. It was really nice talking to you, Lisa, and I'm sure we're going to be in touch in the future as well.
Okay.
And Lisa, thank you for taking time to come here and speak about this. And I want to assure you that, we're on your side and everything. And I'm going to be getting a paycheck this week, and I'm going to donate all the money to you.
Thank you.
I mean, that's the least that I can do. And, to bring light of this kind of thing that is happening that people don't talk about, and it does take a strong person to bring to light the type of people that is in communities that we don't hear about.
Yeah, it was selfish.
Yeah, it's better to know the truth.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Oh, wow. Remember
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to run. But again, thank you guys. I'll talk with both of you at some point later on.
Alrighty.
All right, bye.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
I got this from a very good source. You need to shut up. You women need to shut up about Edward. Edward's not what you guys are thinking he is. Because you can't back him because there's too much against him? Well, I don't think he really needs you to back him. He's got a lot of people backing him. Anybody want to slander his name? I'll give him the money to get an attorney for your ass. And I got it. Just call me a trust fund baby. As I think it's 3/29/22, it was read and referred as a Judicial and Civil and Criminal Jurisprudence Committee. Now, I've been very active in this, and come here, it says the task force shall submit a report to the governor and General Assembly on or before December 31st, 2023, and the task force shall expire on December 31, 2023. This here bill, the SB, the Senate bill, 1215, I told you guys that I was very involved with the cyber task force and stuff in my state because I'm fed up. I've told you this. Now, I didn't post my video or anything over on my YouTube, over on my Facebook channel or anything because I want to get this done. I will leave it open. But there is something very wrong with a lot of you people. Very wrong. That a woman can't even go live without being attacked or recorded or her channel slapped just because you're mad, because I stood and fought the ground in which I stood on from your attacks. So Missouri is passing some laws that's going to take care of this, and it's going to be happening in other states as well. See, I'm not playing. You messed with the wrong person. This means if a task force, let me explain to you, if a cyber task force, okay, and this bill act creates the Stop Cyber Stalking and Harassment, okay, task force with membership as provided in the act. The task force shall collect feedback from stakeholders, which may include victims, law enforcement, victims advocate, and digital evidence, and forensic experts. The task force shall make recommendations on resources and tools are needed to stop cyber stalking and harassment as provided in the act. And you know what? I'm praying to God Almighty that these tools they need is to make sure they find out who you are with any means possible of the accounts of you stalking and harassment. Still got some good people out there, don't we now? So again, I want you to know I am a sound mind and body. And again, I am not capable of murdering anybody or hurting anyone. I've never called anyone pedophiles, although I am be called one. And now there's a target on my back. Believe LaVoy should have got shot? No. Now, I follow the Bundys. I still follow Ammon today. I'm subscribed to his damn YouTube channel.
So am
That
I.
doesn't make me a bad person.
Nope.
Jesus.
Doesn't mean
Knock
anybody's
the Bundy shit off, people.
honest either.
You all wish you had the balls them men have. Bottom fucking line. And you don't. You sit up on fucking panels, you bash on fucking females, you want to threaten fucking females, and all this other shit. But not a goddamn one of you take your ass to the fucking streets or to the fucking hills in this goddamn country. Bottom fucking line.
You can exclude me from that list for what I've done, Clovis.
I'm
You
not
have no
mad at
idea.
you, Aaron. I just want to know why I'm up in people's... My name's being mentioned in channels. I don't even go on their panels.
It was a year ago that
Okay,
Judy and
that's
I
fine.
were having.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll just shut
Fine.
up. Shutting up.
A year ago has relevance when it's ran on your narrative, though, not on mine.
Well, not to mention.
You were putting out the videos about that.
Judy, your
I just
narrative is
responded.
wrong. Okay,
I just responded to you. That's it.
your
Let me
narrative
respond to
is
this.
wrong.
Who's to say Clovis even kept your number, Aaron?
I
I'm just
don't.
saying.
Well, I don't
You
have no
said
way to get a hold of
you're
nobody
referencing
right now
text
except for
messages
Kim.
from a year ago.
Number two,
Right, you guys want to bring up stuff from a year ago.
be
We
involved
can
in it.
republish stuff from a year
I said,
ago.
Aaron, why were you writing that stuff a year ago?
Oh, Jesus.
You just
Because
said it was because I
Judy
was
was
involved
the one
with,
that made the video.
Thomas Schoenberger. That's a fucking
You-
lie. How many
you sent the
times
text
do you
message.
have to be told? You need to go back and do
That
your
was
research.
a
again.
year ago, Kim.
Well, you were saying that Clovis
Aaron,
was...
I've never been involved with the man.
Okay, I want to know something.
take
Stop.
responsibility,
Everybody, I'm
Aaron.
getting a brain fart.
Right.
Get the brain hemorrhage here.
Because
Why
that's how
Urban?
slow
No.
burgers works.
I'm trying to ask Urban. Urban, why did you put out the video all of a sudden? I'm not understanding it. I'm asking a true question. That's what I asked when I climbed on Kim's. Why was it put out? And I don't understand why. Why?
Because he was putting out the private text messages between me and him
Oh,
on his
gotcha.
channel.
Okay, okay.
And so he was trying to build this narrative of like, I agreed with the whole mouse situation in his case and all that crap. And I was
That's the
basically,
way you
I had nothing.
perceived it.
No,
That's
no,
the way you
no.
perceived it.
That's the way you were talking
That's
about
the
it.
way
I'm
you say
showing
you produce
specific
your
messages.
videos, Judy.
Why
That's
can't
the
I
way you
talk?
say you produce
Why
your
can't I
videos.
talk?
The way you see it.
Why can't I talk? Yeah, I know. It's always the way everyone sees it, dumbass. That's how we work. That's how everyone works. That's a given.
And Aaron, first off, I want to say something real quick. Okay, I understand now why Urban did. That's what's my question. Second, it's circle back bullshit from way back. So that really is benign, and you guys need to really grow up and stop that. But the third thing, you want to put out anything I text you with that's old? Go for it, motherfucker. You don't ever threaten me, you jackass motherfucker. You go ahead and put out anything we talked about, because every one of these motherfuckers know that I had talked about before. They know we've all had a past and we've all talked against each other. So go ahead and put out the goddamn hell you want out that me and you supposedly had, because I've had a different number since then, son of a bitch. So don't you fucking sit up on this
Well,
motherfucker.
I mean, there's no. I figured.
Motherfucking shithead that backs up goddamn pedophiles and dare say that you're gonna.
Oh,
come
you
to a
think I do,
goddamn
huh?
meeting. You bald
You were okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. See,
A lot of people think you do,
now
Aaron.
you can
That's
be
the
done
thing.
yelling.
That's the sad part.
Now you can be done yelling.
Motherfucker.
Okay,
And I'm
you
gonna
say
tell you
I
something right now.
support.
You put
See,
anything
you're
out on
talking
me,
here.
You got my
okay.
permission.
You
Do it,
defend
bitch,
them.
and get it over with.
Exactly,
Don't threaten me.
Bessie,
Fucking
that's
do
what
it.
it was about.
Do it, bitch.
Clovis.
It was fighting against
you,
the
Aaron.
BLM, which had nothing to do
fuck
with
you.
any of us
Fuck you.
directly, but we
Okay.
certainly supported
See
the
how I get
launch.
over talked? this does seem like a Thomas Muffin operation.
Everybody's been over talking everybody
Clovis.
here. What are you talking about?
I know,
Oh
it's
my
funny.
God,
I know.
where
It's
is
funny.
this man?
Oh my
This man has been talked about for hours.
We're gonna put out
I know.
anything. Go ahead and
Where
do
is
it.
he?
Go ahead and do it, Aaron. Go ahead.
Okay, here's the thing. Clovis calls
Yeah,
herself
yeah.
a journalist, but she doesn't know.
No,
the
I'm not a
difference between
journalist. I am
plural and singular.
we have to-
motherfucker.
You have no
gotta
idea
establish a
the
number.
difference between
I am
plural
not
and
out there
singular
texting you.
and past tense and
Where the
current.
fuck you get I'm a journalist, bitch?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I don't
oh
think
my
you really
God.
are. You don't know the difference between
Aaron,
plural
you're
and
more
singular
stupid
by your
than
own
fucking
fucking
stupid.
words.
Look at
Where
what
is
stupid morning.
Spitfire?
Why don't you go buy the next pedophile some fucking dog food?
I think
Go
he
on.
needs
Go take
to,
the ass away.
Yeah. Why don't you cover for your husband diddling your kids then? You want to go there?
Wow.
You son of a bitch.
How
Well,
dare
fuck
you?
you.
That's some of Tamara's shit because she attacked me.
Fuck
You
you.
motherfucker. I'm coming for your shit. I'm coming for your fucking shit. I'm gonna take every goddamn dime you got, you little senseless bastard. Watch me. Watch what I
There
do.
you go, folks. It's all
How
about
dare
lawsuits.
you say that about them?
Well, fuck you.
Oh, Kim?
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you.
You want to say?
This is something
You
Tamara
want to
put
say
out.
I
She wants to
support
say that she
don't
pedophiles?
talk about those
everybody.
little
You want to
every
say?
fucking
You want to
guy.
say in public?
You
I
fucked
support
up.
Fuck you, Aaron.
pedophiles. Fuck you.
You fucked
Fuck
up.
you.
You're done. You're done.
Also to my brother,
Get
You
out.
want to say in public? I support pedophiles. You don't know the first thing about plural
Yeah,
singular
where
past
did
tense or
that
current.
come from, Aaron?
Oh,
Who
no.
fed you that shit, Aaron? Who fed
This
you
is
that
like
kind of
Tamara wants to
shit,
tell, wait a
Aaron?
minute. Tamara wants to tell everybody how she's been stalked and how she's been gangsta and how she's been going through this for fucking how long now? And she's the one that made the fucking lie up. And she's even apologized for it, Aaron. I got the video where she said it wasn't true what I said. It was wrong for what I said. And you're going to say this shit about my husband. You're getting sued.
Well, you're gonna
Ass
say
and
shit that I
everything you
support
fucking know.
This is
pedophiles?
nothing
Fuck
to
you.
my fucking husband you're
No,
talking about.
I'm
No,
coming at
you wanna
You're
say
coming
I
at
support
I'm coming at
pedophiles?
you, you little prick.
You
I'm
big
coming at you. Remember my
Aaron,
name,
this is
motherfucker.
between you
I'm
and Chloe.
coming after
I
you,
have
bitch.
Tom has nothing to do with YouTube, and I think it's bullshit that you would bring her husband into this
Absolutely.
or
I
her
think
children.
it's bullshit
That's
that she says I support pedophiles. Fuck all of you then.
No,
You want to
fuck
back her
you.
up that I support
Fuck you and
pedophiles?
your ass-loving bullshit.
You know that trust your family's got?
How
I'm
dare
coming for
you
it,
do
bitch.
that, Aaron?
Of course, see,
I'm gonna own your fucking
everybody
hot tub, you
record,
bitch.
everybody
Yeah.
record. See, now we're getting it out. How do you know about a family trust? See where this is coming
What do
out?
you care?
Aaron, you shouldn't even
Oh,
put my
right.
husband in there. He's
What
gonna
do
attack
I
my
care
motherfucker.
that other
You wanna know
people are
what?
gonna
You don't even
search
have the
out
goddamn
my
education
name
that man has.
and
You
see
have no
what
clue who the
assets
fuck
I
you are.
have?
You know that trust your family's got?
How
I'm
dare
coming for
you
it,
do
bitch.
that, Aaron?
Of course, see,
I'm gonna own your fucking hot
everybody
tub, you
record,
bitch.
everybody
Yeah.
record. See, now
Yeah,
we're getting it
suck
out.
up
How
some
do you
more
know about a family
fucking
trust?
dick
See?
there, Kim Arnett.
See where this is
You
coming
are
out?
a proud boy
Aaron,
and
you shouldn't
Tifa.
even put my
Right,
husband in
shut
there.
what do
up.
I care?
You're
that
just
other
as
people
bad
are
as
gonna
Taco
search out my
Tacos there,
name
Kim Arnett. Shut the
and see
fuck
have
up.
what assets I have.
Raise it out some more,
Fuck
Kim
off.
Arnett. You are a proud boy
I'm
supporter. Yeah,
I'm
that's
out.
all you are. You
I'm
just
out.
like
Kim, that's
tacos,
fine. I'm out.
tacos. Piece of shit fucks. Yep. I got something coming up in here. Stick around. Here we go. Has lots of fun with this one. Boom.
1.5. We're live. Okay, so anyway.
You know who that woman is? That's Corey Walker.
Got a headache. I'm doing a retraction tonight for a video I did earlier today. Okay, so anyway.
Corey Walker had a lot of
and
shit
I
on
gotta
fucking
mute my,
clothes.
chat room header.
Corey Walker
I'm doing
caught
a retraction. So
Chloe's
anyway,
husband getting appropriate their
what
children.
happened is
Just like Philemon's ex-wife getting appropriate with their children in
I never
bed.
had to do a retraction.
And
But
Philemon
what
decided
happened
to
is,
beat the crap
I
out
got a
of
hold
his
of some
ex-wife.
information. I wrote the
But
information
his
down.
ex-wife got the last
Person
laugh
that
at him.
did the show, wrote the
telling
information
him you would
down.
never see your kids again,
And
motherfucker.
then I was told, I didn't go look, I was told someone doxed the information.
Bitch.
And I didn't want someone getting the wrong information. Like I did. So anyway, I want to let you know when I thought Bobby was. So anyway, what happened was...
Philica, Edward. Yep.
I care about kids.
All
I have my whole life.
Debbie, fucking daddies, lose a fuck.
I started a group to protect kids. I spent my retirement getting my granddaughters. And I will protect kids whether they're mine or someone else's. I've been that way all my life. Now, really? You hear my dog growling, you know? Really? It's growling. So anyway, what happened was, are you growling at the cat? You better quit it. You ain't bad, now shush, sit there. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, Ronnie came on, I don't want to give names, Green Show. And he was talking about needing help. God, someone's going to climb in my chat room. I know they are because people just don't know how to leave me alone. Anyway, so what happened was, I got the information wrong, given to me. I didn't want Mike Schroer getting the wrong information. And Mike Schroer is one of the best channels down here. As far as I'm concerned, he's the top channel. He's doing good work. He's got a big heart. And I didn't need some knuckleheads bringing him information. So what happened was, I thought I was doing the right thing. Now everyone knows that AXJ has came after me. I heard a sound and I swear to God everybody's in bed, okay? If you see anything go on, call 911. Don't down myself, because I will be getting to it. That freaking cat. Anyway, so what happened was, I know you guys are laughing, quit it. Let's get serious. What happened was, I was given the wrong information, and I'm sorry. Ronnie Little Bear, I think his name is, he didn't know anything about an AXJ. He's not affiliated with them. He doesn't know about them. I have been attacked by them. I have had them come to me in Facebook trying to, befriend me. And we all know that AXJ is some bad, ignorant assholes. Okay? Anyone that's going to try to make a profit off a dead man and take from his family are disgusting little bitches. And I will cuss them out. I not only bring attention to them calling the round table of the judges, Mike Schroer did too. Mike's been attacked by them. And I don't trust them. They're thieving, pedophilia, ignorant jerks. They got an issue with me, come to me now. I don't like AXJ. They're untrustworthy. And I will have nothing to do with them. And at the time I was given my information, and the information's right here, because I keep everything at my desk. And I was told that it was Ted and Danielle Victor. But no, it wasn't, okay? Now I'm hearing it was Ted Visner and his wife. Okay, first off, what I'd like to say to Ted Visner is, you're not going to get help from the good people and the good patriots. And I'm sorry your child's involved in this. But you being who you people are, maybe your child deserves to be in care. Sorry. But if people knew who AXJ was, as me and Mike do, then you'd realize what I'm talking about. Now, Ronnie didn't know AXJ. Ronnie was trying to get help for a child. He's a little out there, he's a little radical, but he means well. Okay? And by him being radical, it's kind of had us channels kind of not want him on the show because of his radicalness. He needs to tone it
shit,
down.
Fur got his
I hope
channel
he sees
back.
the show.
Uh-oh.
Rodney,
Yep, he
needs to tone
did.
it down.
He got his channel back.
Now,
Well, shit.
Rodney did not know who XJ is.
Congratulations.
All he knew is that
Back.
someone would
You
put out a
fucking
call
moron.
to help with their child.
Joe well laughed.
Now, being AXJ, I can guarantee something wasn't right with that situation, and Ronnie needs to check into that if he's going to have anything to do with it. But I will say this. Ronnie did not know him. He did not call for guns. He wanted someone to go there and videotape and document Children Family Services taking the baby out of the hospital. That's all Ronnie called for. I was there. Now, I called the hospital. Some bitches told me there was a Victor there, unless they think I said Vister. But I told someone today when I called him on the phone, what am I, in the freaking Twilight Zone? Now, Ronnie can get mad at me if he wants by me saying this, but they deserve to have their child taken away if they are who we think they are. Chances are that child ain't got a chance in the world. Maybe I'm wrong for saying that, but I'm going to be wrong to a lot of people on here no matter what the hell I say, so I'm going to do it anyway. Now, Ronnie did not call for guns. That was wrong. Someone ad-libbed that. He called for someone to go videotape the transaction of the baby being taken from the hospital. But Rodney has been gotten in touch with, and he's been told. And Rodney is going to check into it because he don't want no part of this kind of crap either. Now, Rodney is radical. I give him that. And radical, us Patriot channels don't need. You know, we need him to tone it down if he wants help. But I'm not going to go and say anything and try to get help. And I don't care who takes my video, my cheering section comes in here, and do what you want to it. I don't care anymore because you're wasting time. I don't go look at anyone's channels. So after tonight, I was ready to give up the show anyway. I'm done. I'm so sick of the bullshit. Nothing is getting done around here. You know, I mean, I need to do what Mike did. I need to take time off and just get the hell away from the computer. But everybody knows when it comes to children, Clovis is going to help because that's all she's been there for. And like I said on my other video, on my other show, stream, whatever the fuck people call this shit. I created a group called the Top Deletes down in Yahoo Chat. And it was to help kids. And it was an important project of mine. We help children. And like I told the detectives, they told me they were going to arrest me for what our group was doing because we were considered under the 911 Terrorist Act. After 911, we were considered terrorists. We get a hold of 40, 50 pedophiles a night. We shut their crap down to save one child. We felt we did something good. Now, mind you, what destroyed the whole group. I had two other groups stem off my group. Pandora for Angels and another one something. She's in the UK. Her name was Star at the time. I kind of pushed her out of I was very strict. I pushed her out of my group because she started using her child to reel these men in. Because someone would want to hear a child's voice. Someone would want to see you on cam. And I told people, you lie to them. You tell them your father's asleep on the couch, can't turn on the cam. In case he wakes up, he'd catch you and you'd get grounded. You can't go on the mic because he'd hear you talking. That you're sneaking on the computer. So you didn't have to do them things, but she got her daughter involved. 9-year-old daughter, so I kicked Star out of my group. Kids shouldn't be involved in this kind of stuff. Because countless and countless nights we had to turn on cams and put the pictures of them behind the chat window and do our work. We thought we were trying to save kids, and I think we did do a good job. Then Pandora for Angels. See, down on the Yahoo net, I was known as Pandora or Lace. Or Leather and Lace, long story, I'll tell you later. I got a call from Bubba one morning. And Bubba told me, Lace, I need your help. Get on your computer. So I ran upstairs and I got on my computer. He sent me a file. I clicked the file on. And what I seen wasn't worth seeing. It was disgusting. So I got some of my best members on it and said, you look at the trees, you look at the surroundings, you tell me where the hell this is. We gotta save this baby. She looked like she was 7 years old, posing natural like a model would pose. And then we got to the worst pictures of what he was doing to her.
I remember that baby.
I know. So I got a hold of Bubba and I said, who sent you these? And he said, a concerned mother. Her daughter received them. I said, okay, get me in touch with the mother. And I always went, when I talked to someone needing our help, I always went with a three-way call. I wanted a witness. I'd take a top release member with me. The mother gave me permission to sit inside the girl's Facebook Messenger so I can catch this guy. So anyway, I'm sitting there, a day went by, nothing happened. Second day went by, and like I said, I'm not going to give her a real name because that's not what I did. And I'm going to call her Tina like I did today. I'm sitting there at my computer, all of a sudden it pops up Messenger. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out, I'm going through her whole list of people, and I'm talking about she was 13 years old. She had a lot of people on her Messenger. I'm clicking on their page, and clicking on the pictures, going to the next one. And then I get this message, and I click on it, and it says, hey, Tina. I said, hi. He began to talk to me. His name was, I said it today, Mutt, something Mutt. Helmut, there you go. And Helmut wanted her, he asked her, did you tell your mother anything, Tina? No. Didn't tell her about the file. No, I didn't. I'm not even supposed to be on the computer. I'm grounded. Then he comes back and says,
what's up, Anton?
pick up the phone, Tina.
Fuck you.
I said, I
Bye, your
can't.
mama.
This was supposed to be during school. I said, I can't. I'll get in trouble by my mom, and I'll really be grounded for sure. And if it's my mom calling, and I happen to pick it up, I'm grounded. Pick up the phone, Tina. I said, I can't. Pick the bloody phone up. Well, by him saying bloody phone, I figured, oh, bloody bloke. Okay, he's from the UK. So I started getting people on to get his IP, tell me where he's from. Then all of a sudden, MSN Messenger pops up and says, my mom gave you permission to get on my Messenger, but she didn't give you permission to talk to anybody. So he had already called the house and she had been home. I wasn't counting on that. And I said, that's not, I said, you get off your mother's Messenger right now. She climbed on her mother's Messenger. Get off your mother's Messenger right now, or I'll take it down. Now, mind you, when I was in her Facebook, I changed the password. So she couldn't come popping up on her Facebook. I mean, her Yahoo chat message. While I was working on it. Excuse me. Couldn't find out when I talked to the mother. I told Bubba, we need to talk to the mother. Because after he said, did you tell the Pandora for Angels? And I said, no, this is Lace. He didn't answer me back. Couldn't find out this was the mother's internet boyfriend. Now, not only that she had a flame over the internet, she involved her daughter and let this man talk to her daughter and add her daughter on his messengers. Not knowing who this man was. I called Bubba, I asked him, I said, who is Helmut? He goes, oh, he's bad news. So where's he from? He said, the UK. I said, I thought so. I said, he's the one that sent the files. But see, as I was going through her messenger and going on down the list, I clicked on this one girl called Bloody Smut. And I was like, wow, what a name. God, that's gross. That's kind of dark. And when I seen it, I was like, oh my God, this is the little girl we're looking for. Identical face, hair, everything, just older. So I sent the pictures to my top deletes and asked them, is this the same girl? Because if it is, this girl's messed up now. Look at her nick that she's got on her messenger. She's older and she looked very, very dark and depressed. She's 14, I think. When I looked on her messenger, she had a Helmut on there, on her list. So I want to talk to the mother now. It's done. I'm done. I got the daughter fighting me. I got the mother getting all on edge. And I told her who it was, and she didn't want to accept it. So I told her, you have 72 hours in which to call Children and Family Services and Cyber Task Force, or I'm going to do it. She didn't do it. Lace kept it. She kept her word. I called. Told him who I was and what my group did. Well, that didn't go over too well. Because Children and Family Services went there. The Cyber Task Force took their computer. The mother was in trouble. And so was I. And I remember to this day sitting up in my office in a private program we had that we could go on our desktops and talk to each other. And everybody had my back. We're not going to let you go. We're not going to let you sink, Lace. I had the FBI come to my home and take my computers and tell me I was no different than a terrorist because of what we were doing. And I got mad and I said, listen here. I have been notoriety for getting pedophiles caught. We take on 40 to 50 a night and stop them for the night at least. And we save some children. And I will do it again if it means saving one child. You get a pedophile and you work with them 2-3 years. And while you're doing that, they're still hurting people. They're still hurting children. You just want to rack up the accounts on the son of a bitch so you could really put them away at the cost of a child. So you tell me who's doing bad and who's doing good. Told me the only way that I was going to get by with this was to register with Yahoo for one. I could never do this kind of work again. I registered with Yahoo, but I couldn't screen them like I screened the others. So I didn't know if I had pedophiles coming into the group or what. In Kareen's hangout that night, when she had to go live, or that early evening, and she's like, I can't remember how to do this. How do I do this? The Uber call. And I went in there to tell her, and I muted my mic and I listened. He did not call for guns. Now, I have my issues with Ronnie because he is radical. And us patriots can't afford to have that right now. We're already on a list with what we do with the Constitution, and I talk against the government like big crap. I know I'm on a list. Oh, God, I know I'm on a list. But we don't need radical added into that, is what I'm trying to tell people. I don't hate Ronnie. I don't dislike Ronnie. I just can't afford to have radical right now. And nor can some of the Patriot channels. But Ronnie, I can swear to God, Ronnie did not call for guns. So some of you knuckleheads ad-libbed. You told the truth of it being Ted versus Visner. So when I called the hospital, they probably thought I said, when I said Victor, they probably said, I thought I said Visner. So that's where I came up with, I called Nate. They confirmed. Visner, Victor. I didn't misconstrue that. I don't want to see my Patriot Brothers channels in trouble. There's no reason for it. When they're working hard, as hard as they are, to do a good job. And maybe their child needs to be in care and put with family that will take care of them and love them and not teach them the crap that these people teach. So see, one thing I will tell Ronnie, you need to vet more better and find out who's what. Because among the AXJs, there is a pedophile. He went to jail. He went to court over an account of pedophilia. So when you're helping children, know what you're doing and who you're helping. But please don't question my integrity of being a patriot. And I brung one of my friends that's been a friend and stuck by me through thick and thin. And she knows who I am. She knows my every intimate detail about my life. She knows who my children are. She knows who my husband is. And she's been a true friend. But she's watched me countless and countless of hours working to help children that were going on Yahoo chat. And that's what we did. We protected the children in Yahoo chat from pedophiles. And I think pedophilia is the most sickest thing in the world. And I think they should castrate a man once he's caught being a pedophile. Because I have the deepest hate for them kind of son of bitches.
I have to agree on that one. So wow, years and years and years. I was on the internet for over 12 years before this and I had met. And I had to prove in time to her exactly who I was, what I was there for. She tested me up and down, up and down, up and down. I passed every test that she had. For the simple reason is because I was there to do the same public screaming for helping kids as anyone else was. It did come down to us having to disband the group that we had because we wasn't
months. I've talked at you, and some of the dragging I've done to you has been, for sport. Some of it's legit. I just want to ask you one question, man. Just one question. I have several questions for you. Shout out to you for even getting up here. So, yeah, it's not easy. I just want to ask you one thing. It's about Ed. Ed is a suspect in a CP investigation. He is a deadbeat father. He's an alleged rapist. He's doxed I don't know how many people in this community. All of the underhanded shit he's done behind the scenes and the underhanded shit that came out in that jail call, or those calls, rather. My only question to you is how can you still associate yourself with someone like that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's going to be a problem anymore. He hasn't talked to me since that panel, so. Yeah, okay, to answer your question, James or Damone, who the fuck you are this week. Dude, it's one of those situations where you got somebody that, when I first came into this community, he's one of the first people I met, and he was cool, man, and he helped me out and did this, and we got close, blah blah blah. Now, you know, when something like that comes out, I'm not the type of person that just says, I'm done with you. It's like, wait, okay, tell me the story, tell me your side of it, let's get to the truth, instead of just throwing away a friend over, I know it's serious. Wait, what the fuck you think? You don't think I think it's serious? Of course I think it's serious. But friendships are not something you just toss away, because right.
Telephone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
Ed, hey, I'm the one that put you where you are. What's up, Kovac? How you doing? Nothing. I'm been a little bit traumatized because I took a shower in this hotel room and I saw his reflection in the TV. Oh, really? You saw his reflection in the TV? Sam. Sam? Oh. He was spying on you in the shower? Yes, flush up.
No, he was spying on me. I was in the shower. I had to take a nasty shit, and I had to use the shower, and he was spying on me with the binoculars.
Anyway, how's it going? It's going all right. Yeah, not too bad. Download the NCIC app. Well, Sam will help you out with that. Download what? I said Sam will help him out with downloading the NCIC app. As a matter of fact, hang on. I'm going to call his number and just press 1. I tried it. I only got one notice like you're calling, and I just get a thing that press the number. It comes in as a different way than normal calls you, and then I've heard that you called many other times, but I get nothing. Nothing happened at all. Oh, wow. At one time, I was like, where do I press the keyboard? And it wasn't giving one. Right. Yeah, I didn't watch your number. You might have to take one of those decoy phones for us to keep talking. Well, anyway, I'll be here a few days, and you'll be out before too long anyway. Yeah. Let's see. What's red and yellow make? It makes tea. Yeah, see? What do you have in peach Kool-Aid? You said, what do you have, peach Kool-Aid? No, we have, we mix lemon lime Gatorade and fruit punch Gatorade. And it's amazing. Isn't that good? Yeah, it's pretty good. You have fucking Gatorade? Yeah, I'm a work crew, so I'm mowing lawns all day. So yeah, they give us water and Gatorade. Oh, exactly. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Heat index already is 104 JP, so, it's crazy. I can imagine, because I'm dying down here in Florida. Yeah, what they eat there? I don't have any idea. It's down now. You got that guy with the glasses on. Did he stick you in a hotel that has a pool, or did he go, ghetto Super 8, pool, tarp over it? I've told him he could go ghetto Super 8, but now the Sheraton. Oh, you're at the Sheraton? Okay, that's nice. Yeah. And last night we made an Insta video on Sam's thing where I got in the driver's seat of his car and it looked like I was driving into a hotel in Denver. Everyone thinks that Sam is in Denver. He was on bills. Sam was on bills while I was flying. And said, I gotta go now. I have to catch a late night flight. I'm too really focused to Denver. And then he just left the panel just like that, leaving them wondering. Right. Today we'll figure out what to do to mystify these fools. Now they're just playthings. It's so ridiculous. The community is such disarray
that you aren't even the subject anymore. The best, for your situation, the best things are happening. With Vic exploding like a maniac. I mean, Vic needs to be dragged away in an ambulance immediately. I know he does. Out of his mind. Hang on, let me call you back in like 10 minutes. Okay.
All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
Hey, I know you haven't talked to JT in a while, so I'm going to hand the phone to him, okay? All right, yeah. All right. And then try to call his phone later. Not necessarily now, but later, and we'll try to figure out what's going on with it, okay? Okay, yeah, you guys are busy right now. No, we're not busy, but you want to try to call his phone now? No, I'll call later. Yeah, no, I'll call later. Okay. All right.
That ain't working. You ain't got much time left, whatever. Oh. Hello?
I know, but jackass on this, right? Fucking douchebag. You're not going to put me on speaker, so, he can hear me talking shit about him. But no, he's just...
What are you talking about? I said, what was that?
I'm just talking shit about this.
Jackass Sam?
Yeah, fucking jackass, man.
Yeah, he's a compulsive nutcase.
I know, right?
We should have drowned him in that pool when we had a chance.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're actually not having that bad of a time there.
I'm really not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, it has its moments of boredom and stuff like that, but most people, just everybody's like, not smashed or women around to cause trouble, and it can not be that bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. You sit around playing convict games, like, is what the other guy called them. They got run out of here. Homoerotic fantasies, too, It's what we all do here, so. All of our friends are felons. Right? So. Did you play on stage when you were in jail, JT?
I played storm games, just click cards and all that, but I never was great at it. We used to play Hangman a lot.
Oh.
At that time, I was into these so much that people would actually they would keep those hangman things and send them to their wives and stuff. So it was like, I don't have to on that.
Hangman was the game back in the day in jail?
Yeah, just the people pay for words, like you have to guess the words.
Yeah. Back then you still got pen and paper, right? So,
Yeah. So how's the food?
The food actually isn't too bad as long as it doesn't give you, like, where you need gallbladder surgery, like our last guy. Tonight, meatball night, they do frozen meatballs. And he had his gallbladder taken out, like, the next day after that, last time, because they were cold.
There was one time during a holiday where they were giving us something good, some kind of weird cakey type stuff.
Right.
And every
part of stuff we eat here,
Yeah, every single person got the most horrible, rancid, huge smelling diarrhea. You could walk down the hall and it's blasting out of every room, like the odor. It was horrible.
Every single person that ate.
Everybody.
Now we're waiting on commissary. Commissary truck's right outside the window.
And that's decent if it comes at this time of day, because I used to have to get up at like 4 a.m. to get it.
Oh, for commissary?
Yeah, so at 4 a.m. you get woken up, then you start clomping through your candy and whatnot.
Well, what time would breakfast eat? Well, breakfast here is at 5.
Breakfast is like 6 or something like that, but if I had a single cell, I didn't sign up for it. If you could sign up, they would know particular.
Oh, okay.
But if I had a celly that would sign up for it, then I would sign up too, because as long as he's going to be coming and going, I might as well do it.
Oh, see, they see us. We don't go to anywhere. We just, they shove our trays in our bowl. Yeah.
So,
and then, like we stay inside this fucking cell unless it's wrecked. Inside this.
Sam is instructing me on this new,
work is not like
what? He said, yeah, if we have to go to wreck, they say work is wreck, and they punch us in the mouth over right here, dude. That's terrible how shitty we are. Yeah. Sam is barking lessons at me on this new kind of laptop-y light and microphone that he's giving me. Oh, really? For the podcast we're going to work on. What's going on with well, everybody, I guess. Well, the main thing right now is that FM is starting to also become the next main thing. Yeah. With Bill last night said he's going to be doing the thing about FM pretty soon. And did you catch the blonde today? No. So she sent me a check, but she said don't tell anybody about it, but I know she'll tell you, so I'll tell you. Of FM last night after he heard about Bill doing that. It was a whole floating text of like, you know, make it done. If you can go up there, make it done. And all that. Well, they're not going to go on Bill's, but they are going to go on mine when I get out. So. Yeah, it has to be, it's going to be unpleasant, but it has to be done because that man is another one. Totally mentally dangerous and abusive. Yep. There's plenty for the voicemail, and it makes you just want to take a hand by it. So, you listen to him? Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, so it's going to be done whenever I get out. I don't think it's taking all that Joe do it. I told Bill I was planning on trying to get everybody together for last year, but I didn't suggest he be the host, you know? Yeah, you're going to have some high ratings when you get out. I know, even though we're not a person, so they pretty much moved on from me for now, right? Until I'm out. Yeah, and from what I gathered, like last week, as you know, I wrote down a few notes and I made it kind of seem like I had talked to you. Yeah. And everybody would think that from what I said, but I had met that. I was just like, Edna, this Cheryl, in that the food was sick. And I said, they've hardly ever been homosexually raped. And then there was a whole bunch of comments about all those people saying that shit. And it's pretty much brought it to an end of all the, because that's what it was non-stop with Cass and all those people, like Ed with the ponytail, blah, 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 and all that. Yeah. But it's either that helped make that die, or it's probably that you're overshadowed by Vic's insanity right now. Probably, yeah. I think it's a little bit of both. The Vic thing, if you could be out monitoring your position in the community right there, you would be thanking praises for the Vic thing because it changes everything. Oh, Vic does? Yeah. Yeah, because he's doing it live on panels. Like, I called his father and I'm going to go there. And I mean, he's threatening in the most. Yeah. Yeah, and Sam went on and did a big boring speech on Bill's thank you about it. Today, I assume we're going to, you know, I don't know how far it went with the idea that Sam's in Denver, or if anybody believes that, but they will either throw some kind of flu, maybe this is a devil, but I know that you're with him wherever he is, right? They don't throw, I don't think anybody knows for sure whether that's a joke or what yet, but I think that they will play with that a little more. Right. And we could use the hotel room to oppose Denver anyway. Or we could do the Florida reveal. Yeah. So live from the house. The live from the hotel? No, from the higher Orlando. From the Ferris. Oh, from the eye. We should go to the eye and do a live up there. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. We're expecting to probably have to wait in line for years about the heat. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, you got me complaining about like, oh, let's do a giant at church. That's the heat. And you're out there mowing lawn.
It's been a while since I saw it. It's all about you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like to do this to anybody or anything. What are you outside yet? Are you there? Are you up to your neck in commissary then? No, well, I mean, I had a lot, but, you know, it's... Maybe. Yeah, probably. I think so. If it's in my bag, I'm missing one. I have one. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. I think is it mine? Yeah. You were trying to steal my toothbrush and the toothbrush holder? No, I thought it was there. Oh, yeah, that was mine. Are you gonna know any of these people on the outside? Funny you should ask if I know any of these people on the outside. Well, because this guy that I'm in here with, his wife was, you know, in a sexual relationship with my brother at the same time as they were married. So. Oh my God. Yeah. It's a tiny world there in the little state, the little tiny jail. And so you said it's a tiny world and live in a tiny jail. Yeah. I can't even believe you said the word homosexual rape out loud in jail. Ed's just trying to attract them. Right? I'm going to go live. I think that's my next live. Oh, yeah, it's very popular with all the boys. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. So I'm definitely going to have to stock up on some liquor and popcorn the night you go live. Right. Well, it's about to cut us off after 15 minutes, so. So when are you expecting to get out again? On the 13th. But I'm letting them continue to think it was the 14th, but I'll be out a day early. Yeah, I heard that, so I'm never going to change that day release. I don't know if I'll be saying anything about it at all. You know, I need to go to it off. Who knows what's going on. Okay. All right, well, have fun. No wrong. I'll holler at you later. Hey, what day is that? Sunday. Sunday? Yeah, we make it 10:30 at night. Okay, yeah. Sam always puts the latest play possible. All right. Cool. Yeah, he does do that. He's a cheap-ass bastard. Right. All right, call back. I'll holler at you later. He is a cheap-ass. You're totally right.
All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? What are you up to?
There he is.
Oh, nothing.
Jerry!
What'd you eat? Something good?
No, they had like frozen meatballs that they halfway kind of warm up, but they're still cold. And it's what probably sent somebody to the hospital and almost killed them last week, but you know.
You know what? Look, somebody made your food, so you need to be more grateful for that.
I need to be grateful for what? For that killing somebody almost?
Somebody, not well, that too. Potentially it was. It's just for somebody like making your food, you know?
Can
you hear me?
No, shit.
Okay, hold on. I got something for you. Hold on.
Okay, you got something for me?
Let me go to my messages. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, it's such a shit show. I was taking notes for you. I'm just fucking done. Hold on.
Oh, you need to download the NCIP app.
What is that?
It's an app that will let you text or whatever and video chat and shit.
Oh really? You guys don't use Circle?
Did you what? What'd you say?
No, use Circle? Oh, right here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't use whatever you said. It's the NCIP.
Okay. You ready? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Warbot here. I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you can make good use of what I sent, what everybody else sent, man. Hope it made it a little bit easier for you, man. Hope you get out soon. Wish I could say the community was 100% better since she's gone, but we both know that'd be bullshit, right? So, hey, brother, let me know thing about you, and I hope you get out soon, brother. And we'll talk when you get out, for sure, man. Looking forward to it. Peace, brother.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure. So much, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I don't send what, you know what I mean? So I didn't know he sent anything, but tell him I appreciate, you know, what he's...
I think he sent like $100 maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
He's pretty generous. I think so.
Okay, so I won't get that directed out anyway, but I do appreciate it, for sure.
I won't tell him that, but I know he hasn't really been doing too well. But he's been putting a good fight for it.
Yeah.
So, have you heard anything new the past day or so?
Yeah,
About this, have you heard that?
yeah. Conviction, I call my wife until I'm in jail on net charges, like she doesn't already know.
They supposedly have already called her. Hold on, let me see. Okay. I got my notes. You just want me to start reading them?
Yeah.
So this was Vic's account in Cap Street. He thinks that you probably hurt your wife, that you hurt your kids because they aren't normal, and you take advantage of them. You don't even know their birthday, you doesn't even know if it's your real kid. So I have like the date of the stream too. He's gonna do what he needs to in order to get answers, but last night he put in there, and he verified it again today on screen that he did call your ex-wife, and he is sending out letters.
Okay.
There's a lot of people are pretty pissed about that. He threatened Champney, which that's kind of a piece of shit too, so be careful.
Yeah.
But whatever. Oh yeah, everyone's against Kurt now.
Everyone's against Kurt?
Kurt. They're all attacking. I guess Kurt said something to Nanya on a panel. Just remember, I don't even think.
Why is anybody supporting that bitch?
Oh, well now there's people that fucking hate her, and then there's people that love her. So it's like Tommy.
So she's like Chuckles.
Pretty much, yeah.
People love her and people hate her.
Well, that's when she came around, though. Remember? That's when she came around.
Yeah, she followed Chuckles in.
Yes. Yeah, and of course,
And when everybody hated Shanna, that's when she dug her way in, you know?
She went out there to stand up to her. I remember when she showed up.
Right.
And of course, Tommy, of course, they released the stupid call between you and him, which you knew it would. And so he was right.
I still told them that we have issues, and I'm glad they left that part in.
Oh, no, you said that, but on the other hand, it's the last part that says, hey, I'll call you when you get out or whatever. So now they've been riding on that.
You ever take my call when I get out? Fuck me.
So you guys are DFS. Yeah, something about Kansas talking stupid shit. He did put an address on the screen, but I'm trying to think which address it was. Your ex-wife, I guess you talked to her about meth. I assume you probably told her because you already knew somebody was going to get to her.
Right.
Yeah. And then Jeff. Jeff's just trying to, see Jeff. So, the only one that's kind of neutral the last day or two is Andy Cap. So he's not really on your side, but he's kind of like, what's sad is he's one of the younger ones of the group, and he technically can think logically.
Sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't think logically at all.
Oh yeah, sometimes, yeah, you're right about that. You're right. But John Davis is lost his fucking mind. Shay is a complete,
It's hilarious that I'm, gone away for a month, which is what they wanted, right? Me gone from the community. And they spent a month fucking with me while I'm in jail because they got nothing better to do. That's what makes me laugh my ass off when they're here, Like,
that's what I was telling you, because they were like, why don't you just at least leave for a while? That's what I want. And when you left, it didn't matter.
right.
That's what I was telling you. It doesn't matter.
Okay, when I get back, I was gone for a month. I was gone. I wasn't coming back.
Oh, hey, real quick. Before the phone picked up. So, I got a notice from Vine that they closed your other case.
But they did what?
So you have 2 cases listed on Vine, okay?
Okay.
It's the program. Hold on. Tell me that one to download.
Oh, NCIC.
What is it?
NCIC.
Okay. Do I need like your number or anything?
Whenever you download the app, let me know. I can call you right back if the phone cuts out. So.
Okay. So anyway, okay. So.
Like, what do you mean other case? Like, I've only been charged and gone to court for one thing. I don't have another case.
I don't know. There was another one open, but this is a weird thing, okay? So I don't know if they finally just closed out the other investigation.
Right.
Or what the hell. I don't know what it is. So they have you know what Vine is?
Yeah.
Where you get notified if like someone's out or they go to jail or whatever the fuck's happening. So you had 2 cases until just like 2 days ago, a day ago. And now that one, the other one was closed out, but that had the same case number as your brother. What is yours? So it's something connected with your brother, and then the current one that you're serving is still open. So I'm wondering.
Okay, so the one that I'm in here for is open, and the other one's closed. Okay, so they might have. Imagine if they dropped my brother's case.
No, his is still open. He's got a hearing, I think, on July 19th or something.
Okay, his is still open, but for me, it's closed on that same case.
Yes, on the same. It has the same numbers as you do.
What's the CR number? CR what?
22 something.
2246 or 49 or 48 or something like that.
It's like 22 something, and then your current one that you're serving is 21, I think.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah, 21 gas, 2 whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever that is that was associated with your brother, I'm just wondering if it's that investigation and they just cut yours.
Right, because I ended up pleading out and settling my end on that case. He hasn't settled his end on that case yet.
Right. But it's weird that there were 2. Like he's got 2 listed also. He's got, and there's 2 different numbers. So he's got one obviously for the drugs and then maybe for the other one. I don't know.
Right.
You know it's not going to matter, right? It's not going to fucking matter, even if you showed him a paper that said. So what are you going to do?
I don't give a fuck what they have to say, sir. None of them.
You never have.
I know.
But Tommy's going to be waiting for your call when he gets out. When he gets out, you know that. So
well, I'm going to be out on the 13th, and I'm going to go live and be like, look, I'm not fucking calling him. You know?
You know what? And I took a screenshot of that before it disappears of the closed case.
Right.
So just in case it shows the one where you're in custody, and that's one case.
Right.
And then the other case right below it is showing closed.
Yeah.
Yes, it is showing red and closed. As of whatever.
So that means done, right? Over with. Like, not open, settled.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. So I sent it to Warbot, because him and I were looking at it, because that's who I was the only one I talked to is.
Right.
Hold on. Where the fuck is my photos?
Yeah.
So it says, God, I got so many fucking screenshots for you.
Yeah, if you download that app, you can check through that picture.
Oh, okay, hold on, let me download it now. Okay, so what is it?
NCIC.
Yeah, because I paid on this one. When you first called me, I paid, I don't know, like $10 or something. So,
Right.
Alright. Mobile app visitation?
Yeah. I don't know what it looks like on your end. I mean, I'm not
But that's what it is.
criminal, not you. Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like JJ.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Okay.
I mean,
Oh my god, they just pull so much shit out of their fucking ass. You just I don't even tell
well, it was funny because Sam was like, I mean, you know, his name is, you know, he goes like, you know, Sam, right? Sam's like, you're starting so much shit from inside the jail. That, you know, more shit, just starting more shit from in the jail than you ever could just in the community, you know? I was like, oh, well, you know.
Alright, so what do I do?
Download the app and then open it and you have to make an account.
Alright, register.
Yeah. Well, hold on. This might send you a message here in a minute. Hold 1 second. Let me see this.
I was gonna say, can I use like a fake name?
I don't, probably not.
I could do that. I'm not the criminal, remember?
Yeah.
You're doing hard time there.
Right? Okay, accept. Yeah, I understand, motherfucker. Okay, so let me see, add contact. What's your number? Okay.
Don't give it to your weird since you signed it. 1 minute remaining.
I'll call you right back. Well, let it cut off and I'll call you right back. 8690?
Yeah.
Okay, see if it sends you a text message.
I told Robot that I could do a call with him, but he's got to freak me about his number. Yeah, I have it. Okay.
It sent you one?
See, that's the one that I set up. I think I already set that up. I set up like $10 on it.
Okay, well, good. So now it should complete it or whatever. And then you could set up a video that is sync that way too. I don't know.
Oh Lord Jesus. Let's see. Hold on.
You what?
Okay, I'm doing it now. So how often can you use this?
You what?
Is there a time limit? Are you cut off?
Hang on.
No. Your time is up. All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording. Oh my God.
What?
I was stuck in the cycle of time. It was telling me I had to pay to be on the call.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then you just call back for free. How do you do that?
Right?
Okay, so, yeah, that takes forever, but this message is pending.
Yeah.
Because I sent that one to you. So let me see if there's anything else. Oops, hold on, let's go back over here. Oh yeah, just Tam talking shit.
Oh.
That he doesn't support you, he never has. He only used you a couple times and you were always the second contact.
Right.
And then he trusted you with info and created issues with it. Something about him telling you that Gina was a dog thief or something in the race conversation.
Yep, that's right. He was, what? Somebody threatened Obama?
Did they?
Yeah. I don't know. He's frustrated.
Trying to think what else you've missed in there while you've been in there the whole 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, not a whole lot. I've been,
Nothing. I mean, honestly, probably not a whole lot. From the same shit.
11 to nothing? Is this the perfect game? Yep. No? Yeah, it was. The Yankees got a perfect game? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So do me a favor. Just so you have some excitement. Just so you have some excitement. I want you to go up and turn the TV channel.
Right?
Just go up and turn it to something. Okay? How's it going in there?
It's going good. Nah, it's not bad.
Not as bad as you thought.
No.
Yeah. So you're not going to get out before?
No. It's going to be the 13th.
I won't say anything. I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm not.
I swear to God, I told you I should change my name to your name, to the Fred Catcher name, like around in like a week or so, and make them all wonder.
You should change your name to FM's name.
Oh God, he's freaking out. He's losing his damn mind over something that happened with him.
Right.
I think it was Bill that said that he knows something about him.
Yeah.
So, but he's the one that chose to get involved in all this shit, you know?
Right.
And it's like, you know the famous saying, everything's so much better since Ed's gone. No, it's not. It's probably worse, actually.
Yep.
So, have you thought about what you're going to do when you get out?
I'm doing a stream with Watch Out Red Meg and John Jeever and we're going to explode everything about FM.
Everything about, FM.
Yeah. That's
Well, that's like Warbot is flipping the hell out because the good guy is, it's the good guy that is releasing all of Juniper's news.
Oh, wow.
So like over 50 people, and then he's going to put, whoever it is, he's going to post them on their site.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
The Warbot is just livid. I'm like,
let's try him out before for 4. He doesn't.
I don't know where anybody's getting all these news from. I mean, I'm like, really?
I don't know.
It's so weird. And now shaves his head and beard.
Right.
He shaves his head and his beard.
I know. How do I know all this?
You already got intel. I got it.
Yeah, Blanco.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is she taking notes for you? She takes
Pretty
pretty good notes, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. But, that sucks. That sucks about, I know FM is like, he's changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was starting to change when you went in, but,
Right.
I think with I can't even think. I mean, it's mainly, like I said, like I told you last time, it's mainly been the Cam, and now John says he's going to Florida.
Yeah.
So now he'll follow Cam, and that's a whole shit show and stuff. Someone needs to go visit John. I got what, 9 a month?
Yep. Well, I thought Cam was going there to get his question.
I think he is. I think he is going to get his stuff, but I don't know. It just depends. He was going to go and do a couple catches there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But John doesn't have a ton of people that like him. He's got Shay that loves him and Gina. Those are and Nate. That's about the 3 people. That's not a big following, especially when you sit outside all day and working.
Hey, let me give you a call later on tomorrow, or you can set up a video visit if you want, and that'll be cool too. I gotta give up the phone to the next guy, so there's only one phone, 8 of us in here.
No worries. So do I set that up on that site?
Do what? Yeah, it should be on the. Hey, how does a video visit work on the NCIC app? What does she have to do? I mean, we're convicts, so we don't know, but I mean. Okay. Oh, but I can request her and then it sends her a notification or something? Okay. It's whatever time you're free.
Yeah, just let me know when. I can prepare myself.
Alright.
No, it'll be good to see you then.
Yeah.
So, alright, yeah, just let me know.
Alright, so, I mean, tomorrow around this time, are you good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That'll work.
You got you? Oh, wow. All right, yeah, that works. I'll talk to you tomorrow, sir.
All right.
All right.
All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
Dad,
Hey, what's up?
the shit just really hit the fan.
What happened?
Our friend just got done with the live, telling everybody that I doxed him, I doxed his daughter, and there's all these horrible people in there. Like, who is it? We're going after people I've never even seen before, and Vic, and Smashy, she deserves to burn in hell, and all this stuff. And I never doxed his daughter. Like, I didn't. And here's what happened. This morning I woke up to this text from him, and it said, goes, I swear to my kids and grandchildren, if Bill says anything about me, I will follow through with sending Megan's husband everything. Both of you scumbags started this bullshit. I don't care who goes and tells Bill anything about me.
All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
Well, that was
Okay.
telephone.
Yeah. Are you still calling me, like, on my account that I set up?
No, well, I did, and that's probably the reason why. It was probably ran out of money. I called you on mine this time, though.
Oh, it's probably, okay, I'll put more money on it. Anyway, yeah, he said to tell Bill if anything comes out of his mouth about him, that he's going to send all this stuff to Megan's husband. So me and Megan and Bill talked about it. We decided what the best thing to do was Bill just post a picture of the screen of what he sent me.
So I got out for that.
Well, because he's ramping up.
Yeah, your husband knows that you should stay flush, right? So.
No, I don't think so. I thought that they did, but now she's saying no.
She needs to not be our Celeste and tell the truth.
I know, that's what I told her. She's so asking the truth. So we thought this would be the best thing to do, but oh my God, he was on a rampage. It was horrible, but anyway. Yeah, so I might have Vic after me and my family and Bill's family, and yeah. But anyway. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm working with everybody. I'm going to file court paperwork on Cap and, you know.
On who?
Caps and Bitch and the rest of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. I am too. Like, this has gone too far. Somebody is going to get hurt because somebody, it's ridiculous.
They won't shut the fuck up about it.
Exactly. And Nanya was saying, I'm going to make a website and teach all you guys how to burn people. I'll teach you how to do it. And Gabby and all of them and say, please, sign me up. And they're all she's going to teach everybody how to go after people. Yeah. And the other focus was on me. Evan hardly mentioned Megan at all. It was all my fault again. Even though he's in there. Every time that bitch was anywhere around, this is what happens. She ruins every picture. Like, oh my God. It was a mistake. It was a mistake to do it. But I was trying to help Megan keep him from sending stuff to her husband.
Well, I mean, yeah.
There's just no right way of, like, handling him. If you ignore him, he just, every couple weeks comes back stronger and telling me if anyone at all, doesn't matter who it is, says anything about him. You better tell Bill. So I told Bill. So he posted on the community. Huh?
Why did Bill even say anything about it?
I don't know, because he said that, I don't know, he said he talked to you and you said when you get out, just,
He said that.
whatever.
He said that live?
No. But that's me on the phone today.
Well, yeah.
On the phone today. Yeah, and he tried to just put a little bit out there. But it's okay.
I'm just not gonna watch the internet and start there.
Well, wait a minute, I don't know. Well, I mean, she needs to tell her husband. How does her husband not know that they weren't here?
This was decoy pictures. She had to come home from work today because she was freaking out. She would leave his office job in meetings because she was freaking out. And I was on the phone with her, and he's screaming and yelling, fed up with it. He goes, so what if he sends your pictures? They're just decoy pictures. That's the first I knew. He didn't know about the real pictures. But Sherry told me that he did know. She told me he knew everything. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know that they did things together. It was awful. He goes, he thinks he's a fuck. I'm gonna go fucking shoot him mad. I'm sick of this. I have to leave my job. He has a professional job. I have to leave my job and come home from this. It's just the fucking internet. What doesn't even matter? These people don't matter. That 10 people see it. He doesn't know the real,
Yeah. Well,
he was saying it's just decoy pictures.
I'm not a fucking liar then. I mean, should I say that?
I told her, you need to tell him the truth. She said, well, I'm taking a chance. What if he doesn't send it to him? Then I go, you know what I mean? She feels horrible. She goes, I did a horrible thing. I shouldn't have done it. Now, lots of crying. And oh, my God. We just all talked about me, Bill, and her for a long time. Like, okay, if we do this, what might happen? She says she's going to go to the police tomorrow. We'll see. I hope she does. And now you got all these other 75 people in there. Half of them I've never seen before. I don't know where these trolls came from. They didn't know who Bill was. They didn't know who Blondie was. If they're willing, you tell me who the target, and I'll go after them. So they said. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you should take that as a physical threat and call the police on that.
Yeah.
Which is, where all this stuff needs to be going, needs to be documented and going to the police. I'll tell you what, I have every single live chat at camp, at energy camp, and all of them done. Every single message that was sent into those chats are saved, and, everything that's said about me, I'm getting out of here and I'm filing defamation suits on all of them, so.
Yeah, they say bad things about you. And so really,
from the very start, when they started dragging me, till now, every single, every single, I got off the phone with Angela G yesterday. She said she saved every single one of them, so.
Good.
Not the videos, but the logs of the messages inside the live chats,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they say some really scary things. Mm-hmm. This is awful.
Definitely enough. There's so good. That's definitely enough. Which is what he takes for me to get a harassment protective order on one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And they can, Evan knows that he's going around all these people up against me, knows it's not true that I didn't dox his daughter. I never would do that. He knows it was Bobby and Chris. You could see him doing it. But he said it was me. He got them all mad at me.
Let's see how you know his daughter's name. How does Chris know?
Not his daughter, his name. And then he said, she doxed my daughter. Mm-hmm. And then he said that I doxed his daughter. Everybody's brother. I don't know his daughter. No one doxed his daughter. I saw that live. He said, oh, here's my daughter's name. The mom was even saying they couldn't see any name. And then he got mad at them one mom and yelled at her and goes, I know my own daughter's name.
Right.
He just said that. Nobody doxed his daughter's name.
Sure.
I don't even know his daughter's name.
Well, he has got some bad conflict in motherfucker. He calls somebody's family and this dick. And FM and anyone else involved in anybody's family. MasterCard, he's a piece of shit too. So, that's all I can say. Anyway, I'll be out on the 13th. Until then, snippy shit. Right.
Yeah.
Hang
Okay.
in there for sure.
Yeah, I will. I'm just gonna watch it. I just can't.
And that's
I
the
just,
thing. If you don't watch it, you don't inform them, then
right.
go into somebody else. Like this, him and Dick and John Davis thing is about to blow up. So I would let that blow up. And then FM is only trying to stay relevant.
Yeah.
He is that these Dick and Team and bullshit is getting more attention than he can get, you know, so.
Right. Yeah.
You know, he said, when was his last catch?
Or he's had a couple. He's had a couple this past week. Well, he had one with that New Jersey catcher. This is catcher. He went along with it.
Heard of that intervention?
Yeah.
Well, he supports me.
He stood up for me. He goes, well, he paid for that Queens trip. And I said, yes, he did. He paid $200 for that.
Yeah. I like music and NJPI's always in my shit. He's always in my room. He's like, you know, and so he's guilty in a court of law. You know, I'm not gonna not fuck with him, you know? Like, I appreciate that.
Right.
So, anyway. That's right. I'm gonna go to sleep. I got work in the morning, but I give you a call real quick. Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry to have to tell you bad things like that, but okay.
I would.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not turning it on. No, I'm done. Making to know for self. Like, I've done enough. Like, I put myself out there and I've got
right. Take it.
Yeah. Yes. I am. Okay. I love you. Hang in there. I'll put money on my card tomorrow, or on my account tomorrow.
Meg needs to, you know, tell her husband the truth or stop fucking lying to us from the other.
Yeah. She kind of started. She went out there saying that.
Sticking her in the boat. I mean, to me, she's in the boat with Celeste right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not writing her off or anything, but, you know, it's kind of like Celeste, you know?
Well, Celeste did call. Just let me know, Celeste did call yesterday and me and they talked her divorce went through. Yeah, she was telling us about that. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Fill me in on the on the 13th when I get out. Fill me in on what happens on the court on the 12th. Y'all are gonna have to find a info with it, and then I'm gonna be there on the 14th. You know, so to see if I can arrange for. For the
big charges. Yeah. For the big charges. Okay. Well, all right. Don't worry about anything because you can't do anything in there, and it's all okay. So.
I mean, yeah, Locksmith can go live, and you guys can, you know, tell your story on Locksmith, but I don't know.
No, I'm not going to say anything.
I'll just get her and Meg and so and Eva to tell their shit, and then Meg was all about that, and now she's not, because, you know, she lied.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I'm sure
she was out there under a troll. She was out there under a troll name, saying it in chat.
We need everybody to smash the like. It's gonna take all of us. Yes, ma'am. Just kidding. I think you do a good job. I really do. Pretty cool that you guys did that. Thank you, Predator Drama.